And moving on, elderly citizens, especially priests, have a lot of respect in our society. People look up to them for guidance, but here's a priest who stands out as someone who deserves outright condemnation. To him, worship meant something else altogether, and this report will give you more info.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮುಟ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ದಿನ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ನಿನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಸೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ನನಗೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಳ್ಕೊ ಬಂದ್ರು ಅವರು ಅಷ್ಟು ದೂರ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 10-15 ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
These words are shocking and even appalling. And this is how this woman recounts the sordid experience she had. Before going further, let's introduce a man to you. Mahabaleshwar Bhatt, age 55, profession priest. He worked as a priest. Obviously, he held a very high position in society as people looked up to him for guidance. Now, that woman who just narrated the agony she went through too had a very high opinion of Mahabaleshwar. In fact, her husband and Mahabaleshwar knew each other for many years. He also visited their house very often and spent a lot of time talking about many things. But what he did was something very unacceptable. June 18, 2014, 3:45 p.m. On June 18th at 3:45 in the afternoon, Mahabaleshwar went to their house once again, but the victim's hubby was not at home. As soon as the victim opened the door, Mahabaleshwar went inside and sat on the sofa. The victim, as usual, welcomed him and offered him a cup of tea. But Mahabaleshwar was in no mood to drink it, for he was in the mood to perform some indecent mischief. In no time, Mahabaleshwar held her by her stomach and took her to one of the rooms and touched her inappropriately in several places.
ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಈಗ ಆರೋಪಿ ಇದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು 5-6 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನನಗೆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಪರಿಚಯ ಆಗಿ ಈಗ ಒಂದು 3 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿತು. 2-3 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು, ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರು. ನಾವು ಹಾಗೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಮನೆಯವ್ರ ಥರ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಅವರು ಹಾಗೆ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ. ಅವರು ಒಂದಿನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ ಮನೆ ಪ್ರವೇಶ ಇತ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಗೃಹ ಪ್ರವೇಶ, ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ನೆಂಟರು ಮನೆಯೇ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸೀದಾ ಬಂದುಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯವರು ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಅವರು ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ದೇನೆ ಸೀದಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದು ಅವರು ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಕಾಫಿ ಕುಡಿತೀರಾ ಕೇಳಿದೆ, ಬೇಡ ಅಂದರು. ನಾನು ಒಳಗೋದೆ, ನಂಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಇತ್ತು, ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರಬೇಕಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಮುಟ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತುಂಬ ದಿನ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ನಿನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಸೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ನನಗೆ, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಬಿಡು ಬಿಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಬಿಡು ಬಿಡು ಅನ್ನೋಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕೈ ಕಬ್ಬಣ ಥರ ಇತ್ತು. ಅವ್ರು ಬಿಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ತುಂಬ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಿಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು. ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಬಂದರು, ಪಕ್ಕದವ್ರು ಬಿಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕಿರ್ಚಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದರು. ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಟಿ ಶರ್ಟ್ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡೋಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಟಿ ಶರ್ಟ್ ಹರಿದೋಯ್ತು.
Yes, this is straight from the horse's mouth. Everything she narrates is so hard to digest, including how he tore her t-shirt. Well, the victim shouted her lungs out and a neighbor rushed to the spot. Feeling frightened, the priest ran out, but not without threatening the victim that he would kill her. After this, the woman narrated everything to her husband, and it is needless to say he too was shocked. Immediately, the couple wanted to lodge a complaint at the Sagara police station, but the police refused to acknowledge the complaint on the grounds that the woman was married and a plight would become public. In fact, Krishnamurthy, the inspector, asked Mahabaleshwar to issue an apology to the couple, and Mahabaleshwar promptly did it.
Well, Mahabaleshwar profusely apologized for his lustful act. With his apology, the couple were happy that the matter had come to an end, but it did not end and only worsened. He was arrested finally today.
As said, the apology in the police station should have ideally ended the matter. They had invited Mahabaleshwar and his wife to their house. And in the house, the victim's husband even asked Mahabaleshwar if he had misbehaved with his wife. The audio recording was done by none other than the victim's hubby himself. In this audio tape, you heard how Mahabaleshwar confessed to the crime. But that was not a true confession. That's because after he confessed on tape, without his knowledge, he went on telling people all around that the couple, the victim and her husband, had created a ploy to defame him. In fact, he went a step further and created his own story that the couple owed him rupees 5 lakh and that when he went to collect it, they alleged that he had misbehaved with the wife. Shattered at this, the couple again went to the police station. There too, Mahabaleshwar kept on bluffing that they had taken rupees 5 lakh from him. But this time in the station, the police refused to acknowledge the complaint. In fact, the couple met the police many times in a span of 1 month. Feeling dejected and rejected, the couple wrote a letter to the DGP, the CM and even the Shimoga SP. Immediately, the DGP instructed Shimoga SP to register an FIR against Mahabaleshwar. As per the instructions, the SP further instructed her deputy to do the needful.
ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಆರೋಪಿನ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ನನಗೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಸರಿ ಬಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ನಾವೇನೇ ನಮ್ಮದು ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಹಾಳಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಈಗ ಬಟ್ ಅವರು ಅಕ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕಡೆಯವರು ಅವ್ರು ಡಾಟ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬೇರೆ ಥರನೇ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಡಿ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರು ಸರಿ ಮೊದಲೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ನೀವು ಬಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ಈಗ ತನಿಖೆನೂ ಕೈಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
Presently, Mahabaleshwar and his wife are absconding. Even the temple they worship is locked. Well, who doesn't like having friends? Friends are indeed God sent. But there can't be anything worse when a friend that you love and even respect more than your soul deceives you.
ಮಹಾಬಲೇಶ್ವರ ಭಟ್ರು ಏನು ಆರೋಪಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು 8-10 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಪರಿಚಯ. ಆದರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಈ 2-3 ವರ್ಷದ ಇತ್ಲಾಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಾಗಿದ್ವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಅವರು ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಅವರು ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರು, ನಾವು ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಇಬ್ಬರೂ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಆದರೆ ದುರಾದೃಷ್ಟ ಅವತ್ತು 18ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ನಾವು ಅವತ್ತು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪೂಜೆಗೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ನಾನು ಸಾಗರ ಟೌನಿಗೆ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅವತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನನ್ನ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಬಾಗಿಲು ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಬಾಗಿಲು ತೆಗೆದು ಒಳಗೆ ಬಾ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಕರೆದಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಒಳಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅದು ಏನು ನಡಿಬಾರ್ದಿತ್ತು ಆ ಘಟನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ಏನೇನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅವರು ಓಡಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Well, Mahabaleshwar is over 50 years old. The victim's hubby and he were very good friends. They would even go together to perform puja and homa. But little did the couple know that he was a wolf in the garb of a sheep. That's ironical and saddening. Basavraj Yarganavi, News 9, Shimoga.
Well, the Lechi Swamiji Mahabaleshwar has been arrested by the Sagara police. When a complaint was lodged, Mahabaleshwar kept on bluffing that they had taken 5 lakh rupees from him and also that the victim had an illicit affair with him. He had gone absconding, but now he has been arrested, is what we understand. And moving on to some other stories, the current hype on social media is people dousing themselves with ice water. This phenomenon has become so viral around the world that celebrities, sports stars, CEOs and high-ranking officials have taken the challenge to brave the ice water. Now we'll be showing you the latest Indian celebs to take up the ice bucket challenge. First up, Yuvraj Singh took up the challenge finally after he was nominated by India's tennis sensation Sania Mirza. He was first nominated by the Bengaluru FC, but took up the challenge and only after Sania Mirza nominated him. He's also seen cursing Sania for nominating him in the video.
For the ice bucket challenge to bring about awareness for ALS. But before I get drenched in a bucket of ice by my coach, I'd like to nominate Jwala Gupta.
Well, Ashwini Ponnap also took up the ice bucket challenge after accepting Bengaluru football's challenge.
Come on. Ready? Hi, I've been nominated by DFC for the Ice Bucket Challenge to bring about awareness for ALS. But before I get drenched in a bucket of ice by my
And that's
coach,
not all. Mahesh Bhupati also took up the challenge in his bathroom. He was also nominated by Sania Mirza.
Nominating me for the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, I will nominate my coach Scott Davidoff, Abhinav Bindra and Abhishek Bachchan and all the Jaipur Pink Panthers.
Well, there's no doubt that the Ice Bucket Challenge has gone viral across the world, and we at News9 have decided to start the trend here in Bengaluru. My colleague Vivek Vinayak was challenged to take up the Ice Bucket Challenge, and take a look at who he nominated.
Well, have you heard of the Ice Bucket Challenge? Of course you would have. It's got viral on the internet, and my colleague Vivek Vinayak right here is going to kickstart the Bengaluru version of Ice Bucket Challenge. Well, Vivek, all set to put ice cold water on your head?
Thank you. Of course, a challenge coming my way and I don't accept it. Impossible. I am going to take up the Ice Bucket Challenge. But before that, let me tell you what the challenge is all about. There is a neurodegenerative disease called ALS, which affects the nerve cells in the spinal cord and the brain. And whoever takes up the Ice Bucket Challenge has to donate $100 to ALS for charity, or pour a whole bucket of ice water on your head. Yes, and that is the challenge, and I'm going to take it up and finish it without any worries.
But Vivek, this looks really cold, okay? This is like freezing cold. Are you sure? Are you sure you can take it up? Like, seriously?
You know, sometimes hot people need to cool down, and that's why I'm doing this, and that's why I'm doing this. Bring it on, baby.
And also because it's for a good cause.
Absolutely, it's for a good cause, and I'm all set for the Ice Bucket Challenge. Let's see what it looks like.
I'm all set to pour the ice cold water on Vivek's head. How does it feel, Vivek?
Yes! That's all? That's all? That's all? I finished the Ice Bucket Challenge, and now I'm going to nominate 3 more people who are going to finish the Ice Bucket Challenge, and that's going to be my colleague Deepak Bopanna. Person number 2, Ulfat Sultan of Bengaluru, RJ Rakesh, and number 3 is going to be Danish Seth. Let's see if these dudes can finish the Ice Bucket Challenge. I'm feeling cold.
If you have taken up the Ice Bucket Challenge, send us your video with your name and area, and rest assured that we will play it on our channel. WhatsApp your video to 9980945138 or post it on our Facebook page, facebook.com/News9Live.